beauty fam, welcome back to MikiCarrBeauty. I'm going to talk about the Sephora VIB sale and I'll flash the different percentages off. You might have special status VIB where it's 20% and then it goes down to 15 and then it opens up to 10%. I'll link the details here and then below. But what I'm going to do is I'm hoping to do a little bit of a different video. I have a bare face of no makeup. I just pretty much have skincare on. And I want to go over my Sephora suggestions. And if you don't want to buy anything on the sale, I would recommend that you don't. But a lot of you chimed in and said, yeah, we would love to see your recommendations. So the way I'm formatting this video is thinking about what Sephora items would I immediately buy if I ran out of them or for some reason they went missing or I lost them. So these are basically must-haves in my collection. Like assuming tomorrow they go missing or I run out, I would buy these again. So it's very like highly curated. Some Sephora VIB recommendation videos will be like, oh, it's on sale, so I'm going to suggest that you buy it. Of all the things that are on sale, you might as well buy it. I'm not coming from that point of view. I don't care if it's on sale because I'm not going to buy it if I don't need it. So I'm just trying to come from a place of suggesting that if you don't need anything, don't shop this sale. But if you're curious on refilling a certain area in your makeup kit or even skincare or hair care, and you're wondering what would be my kind of more or less holy grail products from Sephora, then this video is for you. And so I have a bare face on, and what I'm going to do is actually I am getting ready, so I'm doing a 2-for-1. I want to show you the products I'm going to use that I'm recommending, but also, yeah, what are the items that I recommend and not just like show them to you. Like I'm going to use them because I need to get ready. So I'm going to go ahead and pull my hair back because I'm doing my makeup. Okay, so I think just getting out of the way because I'm not going to apply these on camera because I already have my skincare down. I think all of these are at Sephora, so you can go ahead and buy these. And the first thing I'm going to recommend is the Augustinus Bader The Rich Cream. And I've been using this close to a year. I used to use Sisley. I still do use Sisley for a lot of their masks and evening stuff and eye cream. And Augustinus Bader, the Rich Cream, has been a game changer in my routine. And it is a spendy skincare item. So if you can get any discount off, I would highly recommend. I think there are 3 sizes and this is like the smallest one. A little goes a long way. And the idea of Augustinus Bader is that it's supposed to be not just cream, but it kind of replaces your serums too. You don't need a lot of it. So if your face, I'd recommend putting this on like after you, if you have a serum, then put it on, or if your face is already damp, go ahead and put that on. It's going to last longer. But this has been the only facial lotion that has really have seen results really quickly within 2 weeks. And it's magical. And the SA at Nordstrom let me know the scientist who created this, he initially created this for burn victims. So he's all about like regenerating the face and the skin. So anyway, that is like my #1 face cream. If that's beyond your budget, I'm going to recommend the Skin Fix Barrier. And I have eczema and rosacea. It is a peptide cream, triple lipid peptide cream. I've talked about this product on my channel. And I really think this is such a great product. And it is refillable. I love this mechanism that basically you can buy the refills and oh, it's so good. It's so good. If you have like damaged skin or red skin, a red face, I would recommend getting this. This has really helped with my eczema when I'm having a bad patch. It's pretty heavy, so I like to use this more in the colder months, which we're going into fall and winter. So I've been using this more. I don't use this in summer, it's too thick, but I've often used this also as a night cream. If you can afford both, great. If you're more on a budget, for sure, this Skin Fix is one of my holy grail skincare recommendations. Okay, moving on to more like body care. I only have one thing, and I love the Necessaire deodorant. I have stopped using all other deodorants. This is more clean. It's a serum gel roll-on stick kind of mechanism. You can get it fragrance free or in the eucalyptus scent. I do like eucalyptus because it feels a little bit refreshing. So these don't have aluminum, and so it's more of a clean deodorant. If I'm really, really sweaty in the summer, I have to like reapply, but I don't mind because I just don't want to put so many chemicals on my body. So I love this. I've been using this for over a year and I haven't gone back. Gels just tend to do better with my body type and chemistry. I don't like the traditional spray or like creams. It just builds up and clogs my pores and my armpits, and I don't like this, where this has never done that, and it just works. Love this deodorant. So if this went missing tomorrow, I would definitely buy that. So that's actually, this product is in my cart for refill. Okay, so for going to hair, if you want an intense moisturizing mask and at-home treatment, this is kind of a game changer for me. So this is the Olaplex number 8 Bond Intense Moisture Mask. I ended up getting this last time through Nordstrom because they had a sale, but when this runs out, I will buy this again. And I do this like once every 2 weeks. My hair is pretty healthy because I don't use a blow dryer and genetics and all that, but I love to use this at least once every week or 2 weeks if I can remember. And what I'll do is just, you put it in your hair, you put it in as long as 10 minutes, and I'll just do other things that I need to do in the shower, like shave my legs and whatnot. And this has been a game changer. My hair is so healthy. It's like the best hair mask I've tried. And with my hair, it gets really oily up here, so I need a hair mask that won't make this super oily up here, but then moisturize the rest. So definitely recommend the Olaplex number 8. Oily. Actually, my hair and scalp get oily on day 3. And if I want to extend it and not have to wash my hair, this has been the holy grail dry shampoo that I use. So with dry shampoo, if you have dark hair, brown, black hair, the thing with dry shampoo, it tends to be, generally it's powder. So when you put it on, it's like a white powder. And so I'm not wanting to look like older and gray my hair. What this does is, because it's for brown hair, it's normal to oily hair, but the spray doesn't lighten my hair to be gray. You do have to like let it sit for a little bit and then you kind of work it in, or some people like to use a brush. I don't like to use a brush, it's just me. I just like to gently work it in, and then it kind of blends in the hair more. I've tried different dry shampoos, and this is the one I keep coming back to. I've tried some European ones, and they're just way too fragranced. I hate it, and it like irritates my scalp even more. So this is the one product that has not irritated my scalp that I definitely recommend. So I have one corrector here, and we're going to use that. This is the Natasha Denona corrector, and I have it in shade C4. And if you're my shade, I would say if my shade are deeper, C4 or C5 would be good if it goes to C5. And this is definitely my summer tan color. I'm kind of looking for C3 to restock, but after it blends out, it kind of has that peach tone that I'm looking for. Do you see that? Because I have a slightly yellow undertone. So I'm going to go ahead and just put some of that on right now. I love this corrector. I've tried all the correctors. I've tried e.l.f. I've tried Charlotte Tilbury. I've tried NARS. The NARS one is way too dry. Like at my age, I can't be dealing with something that's so dry. This is like such a creamy corrector. It's a very similar formula to the concealer, but actually I tried the concealer and I love the corrector more in this formula. So anywhere I have like kind of discoloration, I just use that and use a different brush, and just it does blend in. That is the Natasha Denona corrector. Definitely highly recommend. If I lost that tomorrow, that would be on my instant purchase list. All right, I have 2 concealers I'm going to recommend, and I definitely love one more than the other, but I'll tell you the reasons why. I love the Kulfi concealer, and this is called the Main Match Concealer Corrector Teint Parfait. I'm sorry, I don't speak French. It's the shade I have is Extra Elachi, and this is, let me do a little swatch for you. Extra Elachi. I'm going to recommend the Westman Atelier Concealer. This is in shade M4, I believe. I love this. It's luxe packaging. I just wish it was a little bit taller. It's very stout and short, so sometimes it doesn't feel as good as on the hands. It's like a long, slender one like this. But I love this formula. So this is M4. The extra Olachi is a little bit more peach, and this is still peach, but just less yellow orange in it. If you can tell the difference. I love these. These are very natural looking concealers. The extra Olachi Kulfi is like a light natural, whereas the Westman Atelier is a heavier, more full coverage kind of formula. I want to give Westman, well, let's use Westman Atelier. It's been hard for me to put this down. I really love it. The best way I love to use it is because it's so thick. I don't like to put it right on my face. And this is a concealer. You don't want to use too much or do more than 2 layers because it's such a thick emollient formula. What I like to do is actually put it on my hand and then work it into the brush and then just put that on underneath. I did try with a sponge. That is not really my preferred method anyway. And then I go back in and put some more down and just work it in. And then any extra, just kind of going back into spot treatment of areas. I have some redness today, so I'm just gonna tap any extra that I have here. I generally don't use it anywhere else other than my eyes, but if I have any extra, I'm going to just like use all the product I have. I do find it's pretty good for spot treatments as well. I have used this concealer just by itself on a no makeup day where I actually don't use foundation, and it's been so great. This is like the only concealer I've been comfortable with to put on without some sort of face base because it actually blends in really well with the rest of my face. This has been my favorite concealer all year. So yeah, I would definitely get that. It's on the spendy end, and it's $48. And then the 48 Westman Atelier Kulfi is $26, so it's a better price. What I'm gonna do right now, because my lips are so dry, I'm going to show you something that would definitely pick up if I lost tomorrow. This is Laneige, the Slip Sleeping Mask Intense Hydration with Vitamin C. I have this at my bedside. It's coming up on, like 6 months. And I always put this on before I go to bed, and my lips are not dry in the morning, and I'm in good hands. This is what I have on my bedside for sure. This is like the only one I've used. I've used different night lip balms, and this is my holy grail. It's the color berry or shade berry. I don't think I smell, yeah, it has a slight berry smell, but I really don't like scent in my makeup and skincare, but I barely smell it, and it just works. I would definitely pick this up if you're looking for a kind of a sleeping mask. And I actually have a tube version, but I actually like this the best. It's just because I can control more of what I'm putting on my lips. So I had to change out of my sweater. This always happens. I think I'm going to be fine. And then I start filming and I'm wearing a sweater and then I start sweating. I'm recommending 2 contours, and it's going to be no surprise that I've talked about this on my channel, and other people have talked about this as well. This is the Westman Atelier Face Trace Cream Contour Stick. I have it in the shade Truffle, and I just think it's like the best contour formula. I wish it was a little bit grayer, but the formula is fantastic. I love this. I've traveled with this. This is probably my most used favorite Westman Atelier product. Now I have 2, which is the concealer in this. And I have one more coming up. But I am, I'm not like a huge Westman Atelier fan. I think a lot of it is because of the clean beauty and aesthetic packaging, but if it works, it works. So I love this. What I'm going to do is actually show you this because I haven't powdered down my face. I'm actually going to show you this on my face. I'm actually going to take a Sony G brush. I don't like to put sticks on my face because I tend to feel like it lifts my base, and then I'll show you this on one side how that looks. It just blends so easy. And do this before you set down your makeup because you have the cream base down. Okay, so that is one side, and that is 48. I love this. So this is my most used cream contour stick, and if it went missing for sure, I would definitely buy that tomorrow. Okay, so the other one that came out this year, which is like a hot item, is the DIOR Forever 24-Hour Skin Contour Stick. And this is in the shade 03 Medium. It's a different formula, different shade, and I'll show you side by side what they look like. Definitely the truffle one is warmer, and then this is more gray. Definitely more of a true contour. I like this formula more because it's more emollient and has more slip, but not too much slip. This is a little bit, has more body, so it can be a little bit harder to move around. So again, I don't like to put stuff on there. It's a hot tip. Sometimes Korean products can move things around, taking a Sonia G brush. So this is the DIOR side in shade 03 Medium. Sorry if you're hearing kids yelling at school is done. So they're on the street. So you can see there's more of a traditional gray cast. It's definitely more of a, like what is a contour. It's supposed to be like a shadow. Whereas this is a little bit warmer. And I tend to like this because it's easier to use, but it's also like a 2-for-1, like a bronzer and a contour at the same time. So I'm going to use some of that down here. And I guess it depends on like, what do you ask yourself of, like, do you like contours, cream contours first of all, and do you like cream contours that have more body and you want to have more tack and you have to move around a little bit more? Then if you don't want to work and move it around, then Westman Atelier. But if you want a contour that has more of a true gray cast, then go for the DIOR 03. So, the stick foundation I am going to recommend is the Fenty Beauty, and it has a long name, Fenty Beauty Easy Drop Blur and Smooth Serum Skin Tint. And so it's this one here. I have this in the shade 13, which is my summer shade. However, it's so blendable because it's a serum, not a foundation. It's like a serum-y foundation. It has a lot of slip to it, but not greasy, that it blends really well, and it's very forgiving. Other foundation I have, which I highly recommend, is the DIOR Backstage Face and Body Foundation. My winter shade is 3 Warm Olive, and I'm too deep now, so I'm not going to show you that, but I'm not going to buy another foundation just for my summer foundation. I'm definitely a 4 Warm Olive now, and it's a spendy item, but I think this is their best foundation, honestly, DIOR. I don't like their stick foundation. Their other ones are okay. This is the OG. This is what the makeup artists use in their fashion shows. And as far as I know, this is the only foundation that they haven't reformulated. Because DIOR has gone to be like clean beauty, and I don't like it. I like the concept of clean beauty and being more responsible. I just don't like the products that they've come out with, the reformulations. So I love this Backstage Face and Body Foundation formula. They haven't changed it. So I would say get it before they start messing with the foundation. I'm half tempted to get a 4 Warm Olive, but I just think it's wasteful. So I'm just going to, basically use this in cocktail with other foundations. And so highly recommend that. That's $43 at Sephora, and then your sale price. And then the serum stick, let me see, I forget how much this is. $36. This is a much more budget friendly option. Actually, I'm just realizing I'm giving you guys, like, if there's a high price item, I'm trying to give you an option of something that's not as expensive. Okay, so we're going to use the Fenty serum stick foundation, and what I'm going to do is actually, again, I generally don't like to put these on my face, so I'm taking a brush. This is a Sonia G, and I'm taking this and just putting it on my face. And my closest foundation shades are below in the description box if you want to check that out. And I'm doing the cream first, because when you're working with cream products, you work with that first and then you layer and put the powder products on. Okay, great. So you can see it's a really good shade match. And I do love Fenty. I just wish they stopped putting perfume in some of their products, like their lip products. But okay, so I haven't set my under eye, and I'm going to recommend the Westman Atelier. And what is it called? This is the under eye powder, or just maybe the powder. This is the Westman Atelier Vital Skit Press Skincare Blurring Talc-Free Setting Powder. This is Pink Bubble. I love this. Some of you let me know about this product because sometimes under eye powder can be drying. This is not drying. So I'm just taking a SURRAT brush. And I love this under my eyes. It's not too dry. It's really great. Okay. And while I think about it, what is in my cart, I was going to separate it, but I'll just go through it because I'm thinking about it now. What is on my cart to buy is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish Setting Powder in 2 medium. And I panned that like in the middle of this year, and I was like, I'm not going to get it because the compact always breaks. And then when it starts to pan, then it like separates. But I was, the past 6 months, I was looking for a substitute for it and I couldn't find it. And it's like the best finishing powder. Okay, I also forgot one foundation I was going to show you. And it shows you how much I like it because I have 3 of them. One was gifted to me, but the Yummy Skin Universal Blurring Balm Powder, I love this as a primer, but I love the product with the shades even more. So I have shade 4 as my kind of like my all year round shade, but when I get tan, you can see I panned it already. I love this product. I have shade 5 for my tan shade, and let me hold them up for you to see. 4 and then 5. You can see one is definitely deeper and more orange. This is kind of like, I run a warm olive neutral, so that's why this one is better. You can see what I end up doing is putting this in the center of my face and then, you know, kind of add some dimension on the other side. So I love this. I often will use this if I don't want to put a full face of foundation, but I want my face to be even. If I lost one of those tomorrow, I would instantly buy number 4. I love that so much. So I'm going to show you because it's a little bit too, it can be used as a primer or by itself or as like kind of a topper to help with oil. And because my face is a little oily and because this Fenty is my summer shade, I'm feeling a little bit orange. What I'm going to do is actually show you my favorite purchase brush from Sephora. And I got this, I think, at the last Sephora sale. This is number 56. It's a foundation brush, number 56. I love it. It's like a paddle. And I'm going to actually use that here. And I just use that on the zones where I want some control of oil. It's almost like, it's not necessarily powder on top, but it like just like chills out the shine a little bit. It has this upsolate technology that's so, just such great technology. You can see how that kind of just made it look like a finishing powder almost. Fantastic. To highly recommend. Danessa Myricks. Especially if you have textured skin or oily skin like me, I love this product. In terms of blush, I'm going to show you actually what's in my cart. Danessa Myricks has a Yummy Skin Forever Flushed Lip and Cheek Set, and I'll show you it here. Basically, there's 4 products, 2 that are full size and 2 small ones, and I think 2 are new, and I'm going to actually, I think it might be sold out. But I have 3 in my cart because I got to get out of here. I went ahead and did my eyebrows. Highly recommend the Benefit Goof Proof Brow Pencil. I think I have shade 4.5. Yep. And these were actually what I had heard. These were actually developed by Danessa Myricks when she was at Benefit. Their brow products are the best in the business. I love it. The best in the business. I love it. So 4.5 is such a great color. Let me swatch it for you. It's like this muted neutral black brown, but it's not too black, so it doesn't look severe. Love this product. I'm kind of actually going to see how much I have left. I might have to replace it. No, I'm good. So I have enough, and yeah, I would definitely replace this if I lost it tomorrow. Before I was talking, is that I have 3 of these Danessa Myricks Beauty, the lip and cheek set. I think they're $35 each. It looks like they're maybe out of stock, which, no, you can buy it online. Okay, so I'm going to get 3 of these. I'm actually going to click on it. So I have 3 in my cart because I am actually going to gift these to my staff, and they like makeup, and I just think it's such a great product. So these products you can use on your lips and cheek. I actually have 3. I was gifted one because I'm a Danessa Myricks beauty angel, but I was using her products well before I became an angel. So my favorite shades I have are Bellini, then there is Jubilee, this one, and then Roses and Brunch. These are such great blushes, cheeks. I really do prefer them as cheek products. And just for full transparency, I generally don't like cream blushes. It's just, I like to see what makeup artists or people who are coming out with innovative products like do. So for example, Danessa is like one of the most innovative makeup artists coming out with her products the past couple of years, as well as Katie Jane Hughes. So I picked up 4 of her new sticks, which I haven't reviewed. I'll do a kind of roundup on products I've been using lately. I generally don't like cream products because I have such oily skin. It tends to move around. So far, this is the only product from cream products that I like. Cream products generally because of my skin being oily and then textured don't bode well for me. What happens is it ends up migrating, but this is such a great product. Yeah, we might do a combination. So let's do Jubilee back here, and then do Jubilee in the back, and then Rose and Brunch in the front. This is Jubilee and then Rose and Brunch. So it's like brighter pink. I usually like to have pink in the front more. So let's take a Sonia G brush, and little goes a long way. Just want to warn you already. So you don't need a lot. Just, and even you might want to just tap it after on here. Okay, so I'm going to put some on. I don't like to do this, so if you're someone who has texture and you don't want to lift your base, don't do swiping motions. You just want to press gently. And this product, out of all the cream products I've used, is the only one that not only stays longest, because cream blush, or just blush in general, is usually the first thing to disappear on the face. This is very long wearing for me. And moreover, it doesn't move. I've tried cream blushes, and I won't say who, because some of them actually like their brand, but I just didn't show it on the channel. That just, I put on, and then it's like all over my face, and I'm like, no, no. Okay, so that is the shade Jubilee on the back. So beautiful. And then in the front, we're going to use Rose and Brunch. I'm cleaning off the brush. And so going into that on the front. So pretty. Love it. And I'm like using these, and I'm like, wow, I got 3 for my staff, and I'm gonna put probably 4 because I want to get in on this. Basically, I'm like, I think I'm gonna get 1 for myself because I think there's 2 colors in there that are new. Limited edition. And if you're in a rush, you can also do this. Just put them, some of it, brush it over your eyes for a little color. And I believe it's made with the same technology, the Upsolate. That's why it works so well. It doesn't migrate. So definitely highly recommend these. These might have won an Allure Beauty Award last year or this year. Just, I think it's like some of the best products on the market right now. I actually need to have this on my top shelf. So fantastic. What I'm going to do is actually show you the 2 lipsticks that I think you might want to look at. Valentino. I've reviewed this on my channel. Great formula. This is Runaway Couture 134. It's this beautiful shade here. But today, I'm going to, I guess I'll swatch that for you. This one here. It's a matte. And if you want a satin, I would say the Makeup by Mario. These are the, what are they called? Super Satin Lipsticks. And I have it in Dumbo and 917. That's Dumbo. And this is 917. So it's a satin. I think this is probably the prettiest satin formula I've tried all year. It's such a wonderful formula. I actually do like it better than the Valentino formula, but I can't, it's like apples and oranges. Valentino is a matte and this is a satin, but if I were to pick one or the other, I would say the Makeup by Mario has like really, really great shades. Okay, Laneige is off, and I'm going to show you 917. beautiful. For me, it's like the perfect nudie pink. It's so pretty. And I just want to get that on my lips because my lips are starting to get dry. I love these Armani, what are these called? Armani Eye Tint Long Lasting Liquid Eyeshadows. I love this. I often travel with it. If I'm somewhere and I need to do makeup, I'll just grab these two. I have the shade Cashew, which is the matte, and then number 9? Yeah, number 9 is 9S Gold Copper. And I have Cold Copper. I have a review of this ooh, these are so good. So good. I have 3 PRADA Dimensions Multi-Effect Refillable Eyeshadow Palettes. And packaging is beautiful, but it's a finger magnet. I love the gold and silver. It's the PRADA logo. I have a review of this as well. I'll put it down below. This is what the palette looks like. This is Poetry 04 Rose Gold and Billiard Green. I love these. I love this formula. This came out last year. This is a release, this formula. And it was my favorite eyeshadow formula of last year. And this is Portrait, the purple one. And then I have Pulse Refill because I didn't want to buy the packaging because it's pretty but it's expensive. And I have this one, which is the cool tone one. And I'm just going to go into that brown shade. The formula is, in my opinion, better than Natasha Denona, and that's just my opinion. It's like a light cream to matte formula, and it's really, really easy to use. I struggle often with the mattes from Natasha Denona, her cream to matte formula. They get stuck on my eyes, even like all the prep that I do, and I think it's just the formula doesn't work well for me how I use it. Maybe it's because I have hooded eyelids. I don't know. But this is definitely so easy, super usable. And now it's just that brown. And now I'm going to use this shimmer shade here. These are spendy. These are, I think, $65 just for the refill. So if you have a Z palette, I'd recommend just getting the refill. But that might drive some people nuts. But I think it's worth just getting the refill and finding a Z palette because the full package is $80, which is, I think, just, it's luxury and also kind of ridiculous. Like, you don't, what's the hack is to just get the refill, get a Z palette, or just keep it in its, refill like I did at this box. And even the refill is expensive. So, just maybe think wisely of which one you want. I picked the 3 colors I know I'm going to use the most. And I think it's beautiful. I'm actually going to grab some of this black shade as liner. Sorry, it's brown. I'm just using that on my outer part. This is a Katie Jane Hughes brush. What brush is this? This is number 21. I don't know if she sells this set anymore, but I love it. I loved this set when it came out. I think it was on sale. Okay, that's the brown. And then why don't I put some underneath as well? And I could stop there, like very warm toned, simple. So don't get intimidated by the purple shade. So this is like the surprise shade, whatever. It's a bright color, but it's actually pretty subdued. So I'm actually using the purple as like my outer crease shade. And that's it. So the Valentino came out with these Colorgraph waterproof gel eyeliners. Fantastic. I did a review on these. I have 4 shades. And of course I got the colorful ones. So since I did purple, I'm going to put purple. So great. These are gel liners. Great colors. They're a great gel liner. And my recommendation would be if you're a plain like basic B, you can definitely get black or brown. But if you're somebody who's looking for a great liner and great colors, if you're going to spend this luxury beauty like price $38 with a discount, get the colors because the colors are so great. I'm so picky about my purples and blues. Fantastic. Those are my most used. The purple, blue, and the green one are the ones I use the most. There is one mascara that's in my cart and I tried to quit her and I just can't. So I have currently in my cart the Gucci mascara, and I love it. So I'm gonna go back to using the Gucci. Okay, so the Gucci mascara is in my cart, but meanwhile I put Chantecaille mascara on my eyes and then the Matte Giga Black on the bottom. These are currently out of stock, but they might come back in before the end of the sale. The Hourglass Ambient Lighting Edit Unlocked palettes. I have the deepest one, but I have it in the Dragon packaging. I went online to Hourglass and bought this. So this is the 03 palette, what they were calling, I think they were calling this the Lotus one, but obviously I got a different packaging. So this is the third one, the deepest one. And then I also ended up getting the second one, which is the medium packaging. If you're gonna pick one, if you have My Skin Tone or Deeper, get number 3. What I've been doing, I'm grabbing my bronzer brush here, just cleaning it off. I've been actually just taking both of these back and forth and then using that as bronzer. I love it. I get it now why people love this. I'm going to dip into the little pan here of the powder here. This is like lighter than me, but because that Fenty is a little bit too deep, I'm going to use something to lighten up because it's a little too orange. And this powder is so pretty. I get it now why people kind of go crazy about Hourglass. They definitely need more shades. They should have done 5, not 3, in my opinion. I actually had to run for commitment, but I wanted to wrap up this Sephora recommendations video. And I'm on to the last couple of products. The next product I want to recommend is the Fenty Beauty Light Diffusing Highlighter in Yum Rum 05, or just anything in the series. This is supposed to be a limited edition highlighter. Such a beautiful product. So pretty. Let me just do a highlight here for you. Do a swatch here for you. So pretty. I have some Katie Jane Hughes blush on. Okay, I'm taking a squirrel hair brush. This formula of highlighter is the closest that I can think of the SUQQU melting powder blush. It's a little bit oily. It's very silky. Blends into the skin so beautifully. It's like a natural looking highlight. It's so pretty. And then for me, I actually went into the store because I knew I wanted to get this product, but I wanted to get the one that was going to be right for me. And I just really do love this highlighter. I mean, highlighter is so pretty. And I'm pretty picky about highlighter because I have texture. I'll get in close. I don't like highlighter that emphasizes my texture. This is actually a pretty decent one. I think it does show the tiniest bit of texture, as most highlighters do, but I think it's so pretty. So definitely recommend the Fenty highlighter. Find your color, but I use the shade 05 Yum Rum. And actually with these two, what are so great about highlighters, I love having these kind of like, I'll have 1 or 2 on my top shelf at any time. I always like to use the highlighters, not just for the highlight. I like to use them as like the easiest inner corner pop of brightening here. It has like a peach hue to it. So pretty. You just take a smaller brush and then pop that in the inner corner and then run it along the line. So pretty. And then you can pop it up here. The thing to note about this is pretty delicate. So I did notice, like on the first 2 times of having this as a product, it can get crumbly, so you don't want to drop this. This is very delicate for sure. I would say there is kickback and fallout in the pan, but the quality is so beautiful. Look at that highlighting beam. Definitely recommend. That's the only highlighter I recommend from Sephora from this sale. 3. These are the big palettes. This is what I'm gonna recommend. This is probably my favorite Huda Beauty palette, the Pretty Grunge palette. I don't remember I did a review on this. I love this palette, but I just love it. I love grungy cool tones, and that's actually what I have on my eyes now. Get in close so you can see. And I would have to say what really got me back into larger palettes was Huda Beauty. And she had a palette, I don't know if she sells it anymore, but it had these beautiful jewel tones. And because of her background, her ethnicity, her curation of her palettes work well for me, for my skin tone. So I just think this is great. Not all of her qualities like fantastic, but every time I've done a look with this palette, oh, it's just been so great. So if you like grungy, cool tone palettes, this is like one of my favorite ones. The quality on here is really, really nice, and I just really, really great. I think this is one of my favorite fall palettes that I reach for. So for sure, pretty grunge. Right now, the Icy Nude or Smoke, whatever that's called, the new one she came out with, that she's saying is going to be her last big pan palette for Huda. I have that in my cart, but I don't think I'm gonna buy it. I don't need any more big palettes. I think I'm kind of getting swept up in the like that it's the last large pan palette she's saying. I think if you have this, or you were kind of debating between Icy Nudes and this one, I would say this. Icy Nudes, like when they start to get frosty white, can go, they're just not my thing. I think here is like a nice balance. You have some cool tones here that kind of get that icy nude effect, and you want to go smoky, you can with this palette. I just think this palette is much more versatile than the Icy Nude, so definitely highly recommend this one. And then the other big pan palettes I'd recommend are anything Natasha Denona that you've been wanting. A lot of people were interested in Yucca. I have a review of that. But if this is too adventurous for you, I would say the Glam palette, which is like the perfect cool tone, kind of like leans, this is probably my version of what Icy Nude would be. This is cool as cold and icy and white that I would get, because this does tend to get a little bit icy on me, but I love this. I thought I was going to declutter this in my last declutter video, and what I did is I pulled aside the palettes I thought I was going to declutter, and I actually was looking for a cool tone, easy palette for work, and this is what I grabbed. So she's not going anywhere. And this is one that's kind of not controversial. This didn't work for everybody. This is the I Need a Nude palette, and depending on your skin tone and undertone, this might not be really a nude palette for you. For me, it worked out as being a wonderful nude palette. I reach for this often. I was actually reaching for I Need a Nude more than the Glam palette. My top Natasha Denona basic palettes are the I Need a Nude and Glam palette. Like if you're looking for a palette that you know you're going to use every day, and looking for a beginner intro to Natasha Denona, I would say I Need a Nude is pretty like entry level and such great quality of shadows. And then if you know you like cool tones, the Glam palette's fantastic. Okay, so that's it, beauty fam. Those are my recommendations. I hope you had fun hanging out with me. Like I said before, you don't have to shop the sale. I am likely not getting any eyeshadows, if anything. I'm just getting maybe 2, maybe 4 products that are very practical, like the deodorant, things I need refills on. Let me know what you're going to pick up from the sale, if you're going to shop it at all. Remember to subscribe, comment, and like below. Helps me out engagement on my channel. And then as always, beauty fam, take good care of yourself and others, and just be you. Until the next video, take good care, beauty fam. Bye. I'm giving